I was a fan of yours since I was quite young, since I was like 13. However, as I started to learn the deen, I came across some stuff you said which was completely contradicting Islam.
Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all are doing well today. Alhamdulillah, I'm feeling good and I'm feeling blessed and I'm just feeling very grateful, and yeah, I just want to keep going. I hope you all are doing well this Ramadan. As you all know, Ramadan is a very important month for us all Muslims, and it is important to focus on God, focus on bettering ourselves. There was actually something that happened this Ramadan. I've been seeing it here on YouTube a lot, people talking about it. That is something that happened on Mufti Menk's Instagram live. It just shocked me a lot, so I wanted to make a video about this. So me personally, what I think of Mufti Menk, I think that he is a very inspirational speaker who has a lot of knowledge in Islam, and I do respect him a lot, and he is someone that I do look up to because of how he is, like, even as a person, even his manners. It just says a lot about how he is as a person, so I really respect him for that. And even at this moment, when this girl was talking to him in a very disrespectful way and being rude and being, not nice to him, and saying a lot of bad things to him. So even in that moment, he was still very respectable to her. So I really appreciate him as a person. So I am gonna watch some of it with you all, and I will then say what I think about this.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
How are you, sister?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, may Allah bless you and strengthen you, give you goodness and ease, and grant you the best Ramadan. May Allah forgive all our shortcomings and grant us good guidance and give us Jannatul Firdaus. The aim of the whole Ramadan is to worship Allah alone and to please Him, achieve taqwa, and inshallah to be able to serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala until the day we die.
So as you can see, this is how it started, and you just listen to his words. He is only saying good things, he's wishing her well. I don't understand how she can just change it like this into, like, I don't know. But let's watch more. As of now, he's being very respectable to her, as he is to everyone he's talked to on Instagram live, because I know I've been watching Mufti Menk on Instagram live. I cannot say I've watched every single time he did Instagram live because I've not had time, but I have watched a lot of it, and this is how he talks. He's very nice, and he's just always just good to everyone, wishing them well. It's just amazing, but let's just watch more what's gonna happen now.
How was your Ramadan?
Alhamdulillah, it's been pretty good. I came on your live for a couple of reasons. I was a fan of yours since I was quite young, since I was like 13. However, as I started to learn the deen, I came across some stuff you said which was completely contradicting Islam.
Okay, so she says that she's been watching Mufti Menk since she was 13 years old, and that what he says is contradicting Islam, which I don't agree with, but let's see more. But I also want to say one more thing. She was 13 years old when she started watching Mufti Menk. Mufti Menk has been learning about Islam way before her. Like, he already was well known when she started watching him. And she was only 13 years old. So obviously, who is the one who's gonna have more knowledge is obviously him, because he has been learning about this way before her. That's the only thing I wanted to add, because there are a lot of young people who think they know it all, but really they don't.
Like,
Can I just hang on a sec? So when you were 13, you were listening to some of what I said, and
I was actually I was actually listening to a lot of the stuff you said. However, as I was new to the deen. My family was not a practicing Muslim, but alhamdulillah, over the years I came across people and I started reading the Quran myself and started learning Aqidah myself, alhamdulillah. And then I came across a lot of stuff that you said, which was completely against the Quran and Sunnah.
Okay, so as she was saying, she was not a practicing Muslim in the beginning when she was watching him, and then she learned herself, and then she was saying that what Mufti Menk has said is contradicting Islam, which I want like some evidence. Like, I want evidence. You know, you cannot say something like this without any proof. Like, this is something big accusation that he's saying. You cannot say this without any, proof or evidence. Like, this is what she keeps saying, but like, this is what I don't like, is people who think they have all the knowledge and think they know better than everyone, but really they don't. And this is one example of it.
And you're here coming on Instagram Live with women who aren't even covering their face. Like, subhanAllah, don't you fear Allah? Don't you fear Allah?
Just that one point, if I can just put forward something. You know, my sister, thank Allah that He has allowed you to grow in a beautiful way. And we're all, I'm quite strict on myself, but I tell you what, we have to reach out to people who are not on our level, and people who are not on your level. Not everyone thinks the same, and not everyone is the same. The whole world is different, and to be able to empower people and reach out to them using a beautiful way and a method is part of the teachings of the Prophet ﷺ, because if you look at how he spoke to various categories of people, it was always different. So subhanallah, it's amazing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has allowed us different understandings to be able to reach out to others, to bring them closer and closer to Allah. So there are people who are right now who say La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. They are Muslims. They do believe in Allah, and they're weak in the sense that they haven't been able to practice quite a lot of things sometimes.
Okay, let's put that aside.
Okay, so this was very true what Mufti Menk is saying about everyone is on different levels on their journey. Like, we Muslims, we are all different and we are all on our journey, and we shouldn't like bring others down or not associate with someone just because they are not on the same level as we are. As a practicing Muslim, when you are a Muslim, you can associate with everyone in the world, and this is actually what we should be doing. We should not just limit ourselves and just talk to only Muslims who are practicing, but we should talk to everyone, and especially someone as Mufti Menk, who really inspires people to do better, to be better. He is the one that should talk to people who is beginning, or who is a Muslim revert, who is not so far in the religion yet. He is the person, is like one of the best person that can talk to inspire them to do better. And I know also that he has done this. He has inspired non-Muslims. Non-Muslims he has inspired them to learn about Islam. He has inspired people to pray more, a lot of things. And as you can read in the comments, they say themselves that he inspired them to pray and to do a lot, like, and this is all good. And if Mufti Menk would be like, no, I'm not gonna talk to them because they don't do this or they don't do that, that is just so wrong, because then they would not gain anything from that. That would not help them in any way. And Mufti Menk, he does want to help people, and he does want to inspire people, and that's what he has been doing. And even non-Muslims, they listen to Mufti Menk. So subhanallah, that's really amazing. And I'm gonna watch more what she has to say.
We would never get the da'wah across. I've been to churches, I've been to synagogues, I've been to places to call people towards Allah in a beautiful way. I've spoken to the practicing, I've spoken to the non-practicing without judging them. They're out there already, and I've tried to speak to them just لِإِقَامَةِ الْحُجَّةِ عَلَيْهِمْ, so that they can have had the message in a calm way. But I find that a lot of people, when they were not practicing, when they come to practice, sometimes they become so harsh and hard that they look at others who are not practicing and think that, these people are Jahannam.
There are Muslims who think they are better than others. Even if you are maybe doing something better than others, we should never brag about being better than someone else, and that is completely wrong. We should always be humble as Muslims, so that is very important. And Allah does not like people who say, oh, I'm better. So if this sister, or I don't really want to call her sister, but I'm gonna try to be like Mufti Menk and still call her sister. If she is such a religious practicing Muslim, she will never talk to Mufti Menk this way, and she should watch her manners, because this is not the kind of manners that a Muslim should have.
A good message. I don't need to do anything right now besides empowering people to prove to them that
Actually, from the evidence that everyone has, you're putting everyone back to sleep. Saying the Quran is a history book. The Quran is no history book. We're supposed to look at the Quran. Can I talk? I think you had enough time to talk. You're shutting me. You're trying to change the topic so I won't speak the hell.
This sister, but yeah, this sister, she's not letting him speak at all. She's just talking everything, and then she says, can you let me speak, when she's been talking the whole time. She doesn't let him talk. So I feel this is very aggressive how she is talking to him. She says all these accusations to him, and she doesn't let him speak.
What video exactly? But I know. Oh, you remember?
But look, I'll tell you one thing. Never a history book. The Quran has in it. Someone said that I said these things that I didn't say. They took a clip and they want to make it sound like I said it. The Quran has three things in it. It has news of what happened before us. You cannot deny it. The stories of Saleh, the stories of Hud, the story of Adam, the story. So that is an accurate record of what happened in the past. That's one portion of the Quran. If you deny that, you've denied the Quran. So you cannot say that it doesn't have it. But that's not all that the Quran has. It also has a judgment between us. So it has خبر من قبلنا وحكم ما بيننا ونبأ ما يكون بعدنا. That's a joke, that's a lie. But there are rules, regulations. Listen, there are rules, regulations, just like Salah. I cannot just face anywhere, do anything at any time, and do what I want and say that's my Salah. You have extreme people who just want to go out, abuse, hurt, harm, and kill people at will, and they use.
There's someone commented, is she Muslim? So by how she is acting, people are even questioning if she is Muslim.
verses of the Quran to justify it. And what I'm saying is that's not the way, because what you need to know is their rules, their regulations, their conditions.
Definitely, 100%. You can't just pull out a gun and start shooting everywhere. However, you can't be just sitting at home. You can't, if you're gonna speak about deen, you can't be sitting at home and just like run your mouth 24/7. You have to actually, we have to see action. What about the 3,000? What about the 3,000 Muslims who died last year because of Trump and Russia and Syria and the army?
Mufti Menk, his level of patience is like over 1,000. Like, I don't know, but anyway, now she is accusing him of not doing anything about people dying, you know, that he's at home. But the question is, what are you doing about it? How can you blame someone or accuse someone else when you're not doing anything yourself? Mufti Menk is doing what he can do, and obviously the best thing to do right now during this time, during coronavirus, is to be at home. And he's being at home, but he's still taking time to go on Instagram Live. He's still taking time of his day to still give speeches, to still keep going doing what he does. So he's not doing just nothing, he's still doing something. So I feel like this sister, she will try to find something in everything that he does, because I don't know why she is like against him, or what she is planning to do to make people against him or something. I don't know why. Obviously it's not working if you read the comments, so it's just making her look bad and is not really doing anything good for her. So I really don't know why she is doing this, but I think that this is actually also a fake page. This is not like her real page, it's just some made up page that she did, and basically just to, you know, talk bad. And I really don't understand this, but obviously there are people in this world who are gonna do this. But I really admire the patience that Mufti Menk has and how he dealt with this situation.
These are the things you don't see in the news because of deceptive sheikhs like yourself. You come on and blabber, but we see no action.
So all I want to say is that Mufti Menk has helped a lot of people, has inspired a lot of people, and there are gonna be haters no matter what. No matter who you are, no matter what you do, you can be Mufti Menk and you can still get hated on. Like, this amazes me, but that's how it is, that's how the world is. You can be a good person, you can have good manners, you can be respectful, you will still get hate, and you can, you know, you can still get people who will talk to you like this, because that shows how that person is and not how Mufti Menk is. And Mufti Menk has shown what kind of person he is. Like you can see with his responses, he doesn't yell at her, he doesn't say something bad to her back, he is not rude to her in any way, he is being respectable to her, because this is the kind of person Mufti Menk is. It was really hard for me to watch how she talked to Mufti Menk. It was really hard for me because I have a lot of respect for Mufti Menk, and I cannot see someone disrespect him like this. It's like, it's very difficult to watch.
I want to tell you something.
This is not being emotional. I'm trying to speak for all these idiots who actually follow you. Why people follow you when there's...
I didn't call you an idiot. I speak with so much respect, but I disagree. And I believe I can teach you. I believe I can make you understand if you're willing to listen. Because you're calling people idiots, it already shows you have no respect for other human beings who may be better than you today or tomorrow. And you're calling them idiots. So the first thing you need to correct about yourself is when you're talking to those you disagree with, learn to respect them. They were created by Allah.
So true.
They were created by Allah, my beloved sister. Look at me calling you my beloved sister, and I disagree with some of what you said. So what I'm trying to say is, don't
That's
call
just
it
one of, there's literally, if someone listens to you, wallahi, I'm telling you, let me tell you this, if this
He's so nice to her, and I don't understand, but yeah, it's true. Everything that he was saying now is so true about calling people idiots. Is like, you don't do that, you don't do that, like, don't do that. To, doesn't matter to who you are doing it to, you don't do that, you don't call people idiots. It's like, don't want to be disrespectful person, so just don't do that at all. I also want to say, like, she's sitting on a prayer mat talking to him in this way. Astaghfirullah. How can you sit on a prayer mat and talk to someone in this kind of way? And by the way, it's Ramadan. You know, you don't even talk like this in Ramadan. You know, even if it's not Ramadan, you should never talk like this. But if she is fasting, her fast is broken. That's all I can say.
My sister, your interpretation of that verse is totally wrong. Giving da'wah,
and yours is right.
Don't ever undermine the giving da'wah in a positive way. People are coming to the deen because of efforts of people who speak to them with respect. Not the deen was never ever spread by the gun or the sword, and perhaps that's what you think. And you know what? Go and learn the context of the verses that you are citing, because you've never learned context. You are just simply listening to people who are brainwashing you to believe that the verses of war means you must just take them and apply them anywhere on earth. So I have given you what you need to hear, and Allah will ask me and I will say, I gave it to you. You know that I've studied the deen a lot. I have ijazah in Quran. I have ijazah in so many things which I don't
You know
need to say.
who else knows more than you? Iblis knows more.
Now look at how you're comparing me with Iblis. That goes to show a lot about the fact that my
Because you're literally bragging about your knowledge. You're out here telling me how much knowledge you know. I understand you know a lot, but guess what? You're literally mixing truth with falsehood, and you can't be doing that in Islam. Islam is not above that, where you pick and choose what you want to follow.
May Allah bless you, and thank you so much for giving me such a lovely opportunity to talk.
Mufti Menk is so nice, like, he's saying, may Allah bless you and thank you for the opportunity to talk to you. And yeah, like, he will not even say anything bad, even if someone says like nasty things about him, comparing him to Iblis. Wow, subhanallah. By the way, I want to say how it all started, because Mufti Menk was actually on Instagram live and he saw someone commenting something about him, that he is contradicting Islam and something like that, and he actually wanted to talk to her because he saw this. So he's not avoiding it. He wanted himself to see what she has to say, because, you know, if someone is accusing you of something, it's so easy to just say, no, I don't want to talk to that person. That is the easier option. But Mufti Menk, he actually went on live with her because of this, because he saw this. What does that say about him? He's not avoiding it. He is actually dealing it in the right way. You know, this is just a stranger. He could so much easily just say, no, I don't want to talk to that person. Like, it's just a stranger, I don't owe them anything. It's so much easier. But Mufti Menk doesn't do the easier way, you know. He tries to help people. He even tries to help her, and he even tried to make her realize that she is in the wrong here. I think this sister, she really need to change her manners, change her behavior. She has to read more about Islam. It is very important to always stay humble and not think you are above someone else. I hope he just continues doing what he is doing, because it really does help people a lot, even non-Muslims. And I also do hope that this sister. I really do hope that she realized she was wrong, like what she was doing was wrong. I really just hope she realized that, because we should all, you know, wish better for everyone. But anyway, thank you all for watching this video, and give this video a thumbs up for how Mufti Menk handled all this. And also don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and then I hope to see you all in my next video, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.